Now, Katie, as current VPSW, when you came into office this year, you had a set of campaigns that you really wanted to achieve. What were those, and why did you focus on them?
So my 3 policies were healthy body, healthy mind. I wanted to focus on that one because I thought a lot of the campaigns that the welfare officer has done before have been individualised, have been very much mental health, sexual health, alcohol, whereas if you're going to have a successful university time, you really need to be able to balance all of that. You still need to be able to party when you want to de-stress, but make sure you're safe and responsible when you do so. And I thought that healthy body, healthy mind would cover that, as well as encourage sports, activity, things like that. My second policy was encourage volunteering and advertise volunteering positions on campus. That was mainly because when I started, I had no idea about the volunteer opportunities on campus. I didn't know that the SRC even existed or what they did, and I didn't know what the Exec did. So I wanted to advertise it for the students that do want to get involved and to help promote those positions. And then my final one was to continue the good relationship that the Student Services has had with DUSA and the Exec in particular. I feel that the relationship with Student Services, that's become my main focus over this year, and I've done that probably more effective than the rest of them. The Healthy Body, Healthy Mind was a campaign that's already run by the Sports Union, and they take the lead on that along with the University Student Services. So we've done a couple of one-off events throughout the year, which has helped to encourage students to remember to be drinking responsibly, eat healthily and not stress out. However, the volunteering thing was already something that the university was working on as well, and now we have Jo Cairns, who's the society's rep, who is taking that further forward for DUSA.
Occasionally students might have seen you on nights out handing out bottles of water and condoms for safe sex. Was that something that you wanted to do at the start of the year, or is that something which just evolved?
No, I definitely wanted to be a VPSW that was out there, that students would know who I was, not just necessarily knowing that suddenly condoms appear. I wanted them to know that there's someone there that they can go to. I often find that it's you're more approachable if people actually know what you look like, even if they don't know what you do. So that helped a lot, which was why I made sure that if I was running campaigns, I was out there and I was the face of it, kind of.
Now, of the campaigns you've been part of, which do you feel has been the most successful?
Probably the sexual health one, mainly because of the topic of sexual health. You mention sex and condoms and everyone kind of is like, I want the condoms. It's also a lot easier to promote and give out the free stuff compared to drinking responsibly in a nightclub when you're in a union that sells the cheapest drinks in Dundee. It can be a bit more difficult than going, hey, here's condoms, take them. So I think that one was best.
And if you were to continue for a year as VPSW, what would you do differently than you have done this year? What would you do the same?
That one's difficult. If I'd have continued for a year, I would like to help student services get the more resources that they need. They're currently heavily under-resourced. However, they are moving to the Inquiry Centre, which will be just outside DUSA, which will make the relationship between them much easier and make them more visible on campus to students, which has been a bit difficult this year with them constantly moving about from office to office. And if I could redo anything, at the same time I'd like to say not be in as much, but at the same time I would also like to have focused more on alcohol awareness, mental health. I really wanted to do a mental health campaign and I've not been able to find the time to do that. I would have liked to do those, but I don't think I would have been able to do it by being in the office any less than what I already am.
And obviously the new VPSW has just been announced, and have you got any advice for the incoming member?
Learn when to close your door. Don't feel sorry or don't feel bad about if you have to shut the door and just get an hour to yourself or 5 minutes. You'll often get people just walking in and talking to you when you've got a list of things to do as long as your arm, and then people come in and then 5 hours later you've still got this list but you've managed to talk to everyone else. So just don't feel bad about shutting the door.
Thanks very much.